Hi guys, so Ian here from Get Fit or Die Trying, and just want to say thanks to everybody that looked at my video, my first video, and everybody that subscribed to the page. Thanks very much appreciated. Got some great feedback from the first video. People kind of liked a bit how real it was and true. So that's the way I'm going to try and keep it. So this next video I've decided to do it on something that really affects me, and I know that affects a few of my followers on Instagram. I know a few of you guys are living with it at the moment and have got through it. So this video is going to be about MS and how I'm dealing with it and how it came about and stuff like that as well. So
I suppose people have always asked me as well, like, what's my biggest or deepest fear with MS? I think I've answered it before in a video on my Instagram. Yes, the cruel thing about MS is it's a ticking time bomb. It can be fine for months, years, and then all of a sudden it hits you like a ton of bricks. It's the disability is a big thing with it, and that's what my biggest fear is, that just one day, the unknown, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna lose power in my legs, and not be able to do the things I love: sports, fitness, running, walking, simple stuff. So yeah, like that would be my biggest, deepest fear, is waking up one day and just not being able to help people anymore from what I studied in college, from fitness side of things, not being able to run around after people, not being able to do the things I love, for that to be taken away from me. And that's my deepest fear. And that it's out of my control. As I said, MS can just progress and hit the body whenever it feels like. That's the cruel thing about MS. We just don't know. We don't know how long we got. So we just gotta push on and keep moving forward and live life as best we can and make memories while we can. Just harness the good times and harness life.
So we're going to start off talking about what is MS. So MS is a disease that attacks the central nervous system of the body, so the brain and the spinal cord. It's a degenerative disease that stops electric pulses coming from the brain to the brain stem, spinal cord, muscles within the body. It can affect every MS, not going to say sufferer, warrior. I think that's what we are. We deal with it on a daily basis. But it affects every one of us that has MS differently. No two warriors of MS have the exact same effects. But it can have effects on the muscles, sight, brain activity, other bodily functions, and obviously the big thing then that it can have an effect on is it's a disabilitating disease. So it can have an effect on you walking and the use of your limbs as it attacks the spinal cord more and more as the disease progresses. So as I said, like every two. So for warriors, sorry, I'm going to use that word warriors a lot now, and this is affected differently. Me personally, I find that it affects me overall with fatigue. Fatigue again, like, I mean, like, you can talk to anybody out there that's done 36, 42, 50 hours a week, whatever, done a week of nights. You talk and be tired. You talk to any MS warrior out there, the fatigue you get from MS is completely different. It hits you like a wave. It's like a wave of fatigue. All of a sudden, you can be grand. 2 minutes later, boom, wave of fatigue hits you, and it's uncontrollable. You cannot do anything about it. It hits you, drains you. You feel exhausted. Literally, all you want to do is either sit down or go to sleep. It's really, really bad. The other way I find it affects, well, there's actually another 2 more ways after that it affects me. I find it also hits me with waves of extreme temperatures. So my core temperature fluctuates all the time, but not from cold to hot. It goes from hot to hot. So I can relate to some of you women out there. I'm not going to say relate entirely, but I at times go through what they call the menopause. Extreme waves of heat, hot flushes. I could be sitting there in t-shirt and shorts, and still will be sweating buckets at times. It was really bad at the start, not too bad now anymore, but I just still find my core temperature is quite high. It could be 2 degrees outside and I'd still feel very, very warm, very high temperatures. That's the second way I find it affects me. Third way is especially with my training. It affects my muscle recovery big time. I find it takes an extra day or two to get over certain sessions. If I've had a heavy leg session, I could have really heavy DOMs for 4 days. So it really cuts through my muscle recovery. I gotta try and do a lot of stuff differently when it comes to my training now that I would have done before, just on the recovery process side of things, that I can't get in sometimes and hit 4 or 5 sessions within the 1 week, just because my body just won't let it happen now. The recovery time isn't there. Just really does not work for me anymore, getting that many sessions or that high of volume of sessions with the way the muscle recovery is. Some weeks I can, some weeks I can't, and that's just the way it goes. I have to deal with it. I guess it all stems back off to how I found out about my MS, or how I got diagnosed. Basically it stems back now to about 2.5 years ago now, if not nearly 3. Was driving home from work, was coming up to T Junction near one of the parks in Finglas there, and car just completely ignored the stop sign for the T Junction. I had the right of way, came straight through. I caught him at last second, swerved to get away, but he sideswiped me, knocked me up onto the curb, smashed my head off the side of my driver's side window, lost consciousness for a few seconds. It was a hit and run. He was gone by the time I came back around. Couldn't see the reg, couldn't see anything. Never got anything done about it. Felt okay after the hit and run. Felt okay afterwards, up on the point where I woke up the next morning, severe headache, and my back seized up, spasmed, knocked me to the floor, couldn't walk with it. So kind of an organised doctor's appointments from that then. But what made it even worse, that I had to speed up the process of going to the doctors a few days later, was driving out to get some paint for the house. Went to scratch my left eye, fine, all good. Rubbed my right eye and just could not see out of my left eye. So just thought, okay, maybe just a bit of dirt. So rubbed at the left eye again, put my hand to the right eye, no, couldn't see, all blurry, all fuzz. So went in to see the doctors in the manor. and the specialist for my eye, that they said I had what was called left traumatic optical neuritis. So it is a warning sign of that there has been an episode of MS. So fast forward a little bit then to neurology, then getting involved with getting an MRI scan done. The MRI scan showed up that yes, there was some kind of fuzzy particles and blurs on the brain side of things. Again and again, it was kind of a bit of a long process. 2 years of a process, getting MRIs done. For anyone else that has MS out there, the fun part of getting a lumbar puncture, which for anybody that doesn't know there is horrific. You're basically put up on a bed, you're curled up into the fetal position, and a lovely tap. Well, I can only assume it. I've never seen it, but it feels like a tap. They screw a tap into your back and drain some of the spinal fluid off, so they can do tests to see whether it shows up clear for MS or not. So that was fun, sore, weird. So that went on and on. They'd done another MRI, done countless amount of blood tests. Still weren't 100% sure whether I had MS or not. As I said, countless blood tests, more MRIs, tests, queried Lyme disease, all other stuff to try and rule out MS. But then it came to my final MRI. Would have been roughly at the start of this year. And they clinically said, I spoke to one of the neurological specialists in there in the matter, and they had said that it was MS due to the fact that there was extra lesions on the brain and that some of them had developed. Yeah, that was a shock to the system. It was kind of expected, because at the start of the 2 years, when they originally said that MS could be there, I remember that like it was yesterday. I felt like a ton of bricks. Even worse, felt like I'd been hit by a bus, and was all that I could feel when I got told that I had MS. Again, it was a bit of a definitely culture shock. It was this thing again of denial of, can't be me. I'm too young. I'm only in my 20s. Can't have MS. MS only happens to older people. Obviously not the case. Thousands of cases every year are found that younger people in their 20s and 30s are getting diagnosed with MS now. But yeah, so that came to that. As I said, final MRI scan, getting diagnosed with MS. Big shock. Didn't even believe it. We organised a second opinion. Second opinion, came back and said, yes, you have MS. So again, it was a shock, but it sounds weird to say, but I was glad that the process was over. The hunt for whatever disease or whatever I had wrong with me at the time was over. I had MS, and that's what I had. So yes, at the start there was that bit of, feeling sorry for myself, in denial, saying like, no, I can't have this. Went into a tiny bit of depression, couldn't handle it. Basically just, it was for me, it was a big thing of, like, all I could think about was, I'm not going to be able to train anymore. The whole thing of disability just flashed up of, not going to be able to use limbs, I'm not going to be able to do what I've done for years. Fitness game is over. That's me finished. College, that's all I've done. That's me gone. But then, even at that stage as well, it was going through my mind of, no, I don't have it. I'm not going to take any medication for it, and that's just it. That's me. I don't have it. I'm not going to take it. And then it was just one morning, as I said, that was back in February this year when I got diagnosed with it. And then just woke up one morning and said, no, you know what? I have MS. I'm going to accept this. I'm going to push on with it. I'm going to get on medication and I'm going to fight it. There's no point in living in the past, lingering on it, whether I'm going to accept it or not, and just took the plunge and said, no, I'm going to get started on the treatment now so it doesn't affect me later on as much. Again, it's not a cure. It's only a stop block. It's going to stop it progressing. But I'm on the road to battling this. And, you know, that's the attitude you got to take. You can't just... I know it's tough, but you just can't take the road of denial. You can't take the road of, no, this is not happening to me. You know, it's not me. It is. You know, you've got to accept. You got to accept MS, but you got to fight it. You got to be ready to fight it. Again, it was tough. Like my first round of medication. Again, it was all injection form. 3 days a week. Again, I had to get my head around that, injecting myself. Nothing, I hadn't done that before. But I had to get my head around that. 3 days a week. I had to keep on it. First round of injections. First round of medication didn't agree with me. Was really feeling shit after some of the nights of injecting. Some nights were having seizures from the injections, and it was just getting to where a case was I just couldn't be on this medication anymore. It just wasn't doing me right. Again, as I said, MS affects everybody differently, but the medications out there affect people differently as well. Some people be on one medication and it'll be fine. It won't affect them in a bad way, but there's other medications. It's a trial and error phase. Like, again, I'm on my second round of medications now. The first time taking this new medication, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Had a severe headache reaction to it, to the point where it felt like my brain was going to explode. After that, it's been fine. Been no other issues. All going good with this round of injection now. As I said, it's a step-up process of stopping the disease from progressing. So if I've got to inject myself 3 nights a week to keep this at bay, that's what I got to do. I got to wake up every day, eat as clean as I can, work out when I can as effectively as I can, and keep myself healthy and battle this. Like, this is what I've got to do. This is what I got to live with. This is what I've got to stop from attacking my body. I gotta fight back every chance I can. You know, it's easier, I suppose, said than done if you don't have the support system. Just gotta wake up to the fact that you've been diagnosed with it, if you've been diagnosed, and you've just gotta battle it. Like, but the main thing to realize is, you know, you're not your disease. You're bigger than your disease. Everybody just says, like, oh, you know, I have MS and that's me. And no, like, you gotta be bigger than your disease. You gotta be ready to get up. You gotta be ready to fight, but you gotta not let it stop you from living your life. Like, there's more to you than just your disease. You're not just a label of, you know, whether it's MS, whether it's CF, whether it's cancer, whether it's whatever disease you've got. You gotta be bigger than it. You gotta be ready to put it behind you as such and just get yourself out in front. Live your life, battle it every day, live your life to the fullest. Don't let it hold you back. Again, I know, as I said, it's easier than said for me to sit here and tell you to do that, but, you know, from someone who's fighting it at the moment, that's the outlook I had at the start. You know, was, oh, into myself, you know, I don't have this, can't have this, you know, I'm too young. I used all the excuses I could, but as I said, you gotta get yourself off that mind of thinking, you know, and just push through it. Get yourself out there. You know, there's so many societies with each problem that you might have. You know, there's so many people you can talk to. You know, whether, as I said before, whether it's someone that you've got as a friend on social media, whether it's friends in work, whether it's your close friends, family, whatever. If you don't have the support system there of your family, go talk to a friend, talk to a stranger, talk to someone you've just met, but talk to someone. You know, the phrase of "it's okay not to be okay" is true. Like, you gotta be willing to accept what you have, but be able to push beyond it, be able to push past it, see the future. Again, when we get diagnosed with this, it's just this current state of now of, oh God, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get over this? Yes, it hits you like a wave, but you gotta be able to get up every morning, put on that coat of armor, suit up, and go to battle with whatever disease you've got. You've got to be willing to do that. If you want to get to where you want to get to in life, if you want to fight this, if you want to survive, you got to get that armor on, suit up, and go fight it. Go live every day. Okay? Don't let this get a hold of you. Don't let your disease control you. As I said, you're bigger than your disease. Get up, get out there, fight back, take a stand, go live your life. Do what you gotta do what you want to do. You're bigger than your disease. Go live it. Don't let it hold you back. If anyone wants to talk to me about anything that's been in the video tonight, either, again, drop me a mail. You've got it there, getfitordietrying@hotmail.com. If you want to hit me up on social media, it's getfitordietrying16. But as I said, guys, just remember, you're bigger than your disease. There's so many people you can talk to out there. Don't ever think you can't talk to anybody. Don't ever think you can't get by this or get through this. People are there to give you a hand. They're there to talk. They're there to help. But they can't help if they don't know. Okay, you gotta be willing to open up about it. You gotta be willing to accept. And yes, I know it's hard for me to say as well, but make that disease a part of you. Be willing to accept it. Be willing to push on. You gotta be willing to fight another day. Okay? Get your ass up. Get in a positive mindset. Get out for a walk. Go to the gym. De-stress. Swim. Whatever it is. Go cinema. Gotta fight your day every day that you can. Live your life. Live your dreams. And just keep moving forward. Okay? Keep moving forward. Keep pushing through. Don't let your disease get the better of you. Keep moving forward.